Seeing here are the Democrats practicing the politics of pain.
GOP Senator John Barrasso also tells Fox
it's the millions of military members, TSA agents, Border Patrol, people who go to work every day, and they're wondering when will they get their next paycheck.
Republicans are pushing legislation to pay those essential workers who keep working while the other federal employees are furloughed and unpaid. Democrats say this is all Republicans' fault for refusing to negotiate on provisions they want to add to a funding bill. One would prevent a looming cut to Obamacare subsidies, which would raise coverage costs for some Americans. Vice President Vance landed in Israel a few hours ago for talks trying to keep the Trump-brokered ceasefire in place in Gaza after weekend fighting. The president says,
we made a deal with Hamas that, they're going to be very good, they're going to behave, they're going to be nice, and if they're not, we're going to go and we're going to eradicate them if we have to.
A deadline President Trump set for colleges and universities to respond to an offer of federal funding with strings attached has passed. 7 of the 9 have rejected it. Brown, Dartmouth, MIT, and USC, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Virginia.
Vanderbilt responded with feedback on the proposal, not saying yes or no. There's no public response yet from the University of Texas at Austin. White House demands include caps on international enrollment, removing factors like sex and ethnicity from admissions consideration, a 5-year freeze on tuition costs, and the wealthiest schools charging no tuition for undergraduate hard science degrees.
Fox's Chris Foster. A man's jailed in Atlanta in what may have been a thwarted mass shooting. Billy Joe Cagle arrested at the airport. His family alerted police. He faces numerous charges.
Terroristic threats, criminal attempt to commit aggravated assaults, possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shirebaum, a loaded rifle was found in Cagle's car. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
He still can't deploy National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon by a court order still in place, but President Trump is a step closer to it with another appeals court order overturning.
A divided 3-judge panel says President Trump's assessment that federal personnel and property are threatened in Portland is within a range of honest judgment, reversing a lower court ruling that had blocked the deployment of National Guard troops. The Trump administration federalized 200 members of Oregon's National Guard last month to respond to what President Trump described as a siege from Antifa and domestic terrorists. The administration says the National Guard is needed to protect the ICE facility in the city. Earlier this month, a separate appeals court blocked the deployment of National Guard troops to Chicago. That challenge has been appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are now mixed, up a little for the Dow, down a bit for the NASDAQ. The day after a big rally lifted the Dow more than 500 points. The World Series is set, and it will start Friday north of the border.
For the first time since 1993, the Toronto Blue Jays will play in the World Series. Toronto beat Seattle 4-3 in Game 7 of the ALCS and advanced to face the defending champion Dodgers. George Springer played the hero for the Blue Jays, erasing a 2-run deficit with a 3-run blast in the 7th inning that sent the Toronto crowd into a frenzy.
Pitch. High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena. Watches it go.
That was courtesy of Fox as Springer's shot to left was the first go-ahead home run in Game 7 history when a team trailed by multiple runs in the 7th inning or later. Joe Morgan, Fox News.
All was not lost for Seattle last night. The Seahawks won on Monday Night Football, beating the Houston Texans 27-19. After an earlier game in Detroit, the Lions topped the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-9. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Tuesday. It is October 21st, 2025. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. Show producer Fred Cruz, and we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and those of you all joining us in the studio, we got Teclo Garcia from Mission EDC. That conversation coming up in about 10 minutes, so stick around. Early vote underway for the November 4th election. We got a bunch of constitutional amendments that lawmakers in Austin put together. In Hidalgo County, we had about 2,100 people show up for early vote day one, and we had about almost 850 people in Cameron County show up for day one. Early vote will take place now through November 1st. So what is on the ballot? Property tax relief, a couple of measures there, some water projects, bail reform, dementia prevention funding among the issues covered in the 17 constitutional amendments that you're being asked to vote for.
Cutting property taxes has been an emergency item for Texas, and now it's up to the voters. Proposition 13 would help increase savings. State Senator Paul Bettencourt.
Senate Bill 4 and its companion, SJR 2, will increase the Texas school homestead exemption to a record $140,000 for 5.7 million Texas homeowners.
Bail reform has been a top priority for Governor Abbott.
Judges have had far too much discretion to set easy bail policies for violent criminals.
Proposition 3 requires judges to deny bail under certain circumstances, and Proposition 14 would establish the Dementia Prevention and Research Institute. Early voting runs through October 31st. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Now here's reporter Michael Board with more information on one proposition some conservatives are keeping their eye on.
Most of the propositions are red meat issues for Republicans, like a constitutional amendment clarifying that to vote, you must be a United States citizen. State Senator Brian Birdwell says this makes it harder to change in the future.
We'll create additional safeguards, and should it ever be changed, the citizens would be the ones authorizing the change.
He says that in a handful of states, non-citizens are allowed to vote in local elections. Critics of the measure say it's redundant and unnecessary. It's already illegal for illegal immigrants to vote in Texas.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. A look at the markets now. President Trump saying that the U.S. may begin buying beef from Argentina to try to bring down the price of beef across the nation.
The president made the comment aboard Air Force One yesterday, describing it as part of his effort to control inflation. But the idea sent shockwaves through the cattle markets even before it was announced. Futures prices tumbled as traders worried about increased foreign competition. Many ranchers, especially here in Texas, worry more foreign beef could undercut American producers already facing tight margins. Beef prices remain high nationwide, driven by drought, smaller cattle herds, and limited imports from Mexico after a pest outbreak there.
That's Chelsea Wade with that report. And here's a fascinating medical note. Some patients with a progressive form of blindness, now this is age-related blindness, are now able to see. They're able to see enough to read a book thanks to an eye implant and some smart glasses.
The patients who suffer from age-related macular degeneration were given an implant under their retinas that links with a pair of smart glasses. The device was created by Science Corporation, founded by Max Hodick, who also co-founded Neuralink with Elon Musk. The results of the study were published Monday in the New England Journal of Medicine. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Time is 7:09. It is AccuWeather time. And big thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Purina feed is the best. That's why Dougie and the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch carry it. Certified dealer for Purina Feed, Martin Farm and Ranch, Edinburgh and Monte Cristo. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina serving up the heat again. So what do you say, pal? Like triple digits in some places for South Texas today, right?
Yeah. Mid and upper 90s. The record's 95. Last reached in 2004. We should hit at least 97 today, so we should clear that record.
All right. What do the computers tell you this morning as far as a change of cool weather? Central Texas, cold front.
It's still not looking till next week like we're going to see any real relief at this point.
We're stuck all week long and into the weekend and early next week then, as far as this hot pattern, right? Or can you?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to tone down a little bit as we head, through the next several days, but still going to be quite warm for us. Still looking at low to mid 90s at least most days all the way through the weekend at this point. Let's crank this out a few extra days and see what we got here. So still mid and upper 90s over the week, mid 90s over the weekend and the next week. Tuesday, low 90s. Wednesday into the upper 80s, mid 80s Thursday. So still talking mid next week for that cool.
Well, there's still hope that thing can cross this entire area and maybe lower the temperatures a little bit by, let's say, a week. Like a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow, we should see some pretty significant relief.
So the AccuWeather forecast for today, plenty of sun, very hot. So we're looking at record-breaking temperatures, maybe 97 plus, maybe triple digits in some other places. We always like to round up to the triple digits because we know it's somewhere's going to get it. Mid-90s tomorrow and low to mid-90s by Thursday. What's on the menu for today? Let's see here. We have now. You've got a great choices for dessert. One is healthy. One not so much. It is National Apple Day. Just apple, not baked, not cinnamon, not not a pie, just Apple Day. And it is Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. So you might want to eat a lot of apples. You know how they say apple a day, keep the doctor away. So eat plenty of them before you eat the pumpkin cheesecake. That way you can avoid having to call the cardiologist if you eat too much of it. All right, Phil.
I got to call the cardiologist. It's one of my kids' 21st birthday today.
You didn't forget, did you?
No, I'm about to have a heart attack, though. My gosh, he's 21 already. My God.
They grow up quick. Hope you took a lot of pictures, pal.
I did. Yeah, a lot of pictures.
You probably have them spread over like 3 or 4 different cell phones and smartphones, right?
I did at the time, yeah, but I created like a whole archive of them, on my. I have like 2 or 3 extra hard drives that I've got them all backed up on.
Yeah, so. That's the way to do it. Yeah, otherwise you'll lose that forever. God knows what's in there. All right, pal. Call you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Time is 7:12. Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Stick around in about 3-4 minutes. We got Teclo Garcia, Techno Man. He's in the studio. The director for Mission Economic Development. We got some retail sales numbers, other economic development numbers to look at for Mission and for the surrounding area. That's coming up in about 3 minutes. Meantime, back to D.C. and the government shutdown continues. 3 weeks now and counting. Some employees not being paid. So now you have some Republicans looking at what is called the nuclear option in the Senate to try to end the government shutdown.
Texas Republican Congressman Chip Roy frustrated that a small number of Democrats are able to block a vote on government funding.
This is the dying breath of a bankrupt party, in my humble opinion.
So he wants to end the current rules, which require a 60-vote majority to pass what is called a continuing resolution. He says we have a 50-vote threshold for the budget, so why not a 50-vote threshold to fund the government?
Michael Board reporting, and food allergies in kids are way down in recent years. It might be linked to a different guidance on peanuts that started about 7-8 years ago.
In 2017, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases recommended that parents introduce their babies to peanuts in an effort to significantly reduce their chances of being allergic based on a previous study. A new study in the journal Pediatrics found a 43% drop in peanut allergy rates in children under the age of 3 since that guidance was issued. I'm Mark Mayfield.
It's 7:14 on the Valley's Morning News, and Rush will give fans more chances to catch them on tour next year. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famers added Boston, Detroit, Seattle, Glendale, Arizona. No more Texas cities. The only venue hosting, I think it's Fort Worth. I think they're holding one concert in Texas. It'll be Fort Worth, somewhere north, either Fort Worth or Dallas next year. Time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We got the chief of Mission Economic Development in the house. Update on some of the economic numbers up next on 710 KURV.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
The eternal struggle. Too hot? Too cold? Forget about it. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC will make your home a true Goldilocks zone. Don't bear it alone when your fairy tale home feels like a nightmare gone wrong. Mighty Mike is your shining hero who will save the day with service that's not too early, not too late, but just right. Call Mighty Mike at 956-686-1353 or visit callmightymike.com. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC.
Get it right. Call Mighty Mike.
Mighty Mike to the rescue.
Just one call to solve it all.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2025 Volvo XC40. With all new technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $399 a month. That's right, $399 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh.
Dale gas!
This is your home for fighting Texas A&M Aggies football. News Talk 710 KURV. Gig 'em Aggies.
This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. This is your station, one and only station in the Valley for Texas A&M fighting Aggie football. Big thank you to our supporters, many of them, including Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Big thanks as well to the Burt Ogden Auto Group. Teclo Garcia is the Director of Economic Development in our city of Mission. Let's start, now that we closed another fiscal year, Teclo, the retail numbers for the city of Mission. How did we do overall in the year, or what's the trend of late? What's going on with the retail numbers?
Always good to be on. Thank you for having me, Sergio.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, this fiscal year did end September 30th, and we did good. Mission retail sales taxes were up to almost $29 million and about 4% growth.
Okay.
For the year. I think that's fairly even with a lot of other cities across the state. Sometimes you'll see a smaller city, especially here in the Valley, that will get a new Walmart or a new Stripes, and that skews the numbers, and they're up big time because that store had such a huge influence on their retail sales tax. But with Mission, it's 29 million we're on target for our growth. Growth has slowed a little bit from 21 to now, coming out of COVID. You saw 19% and 50% growth, and in 23 we saw 7% growth, 6.5 in 24, and then 4% this year. We're expecting about 3 to 4% for next year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's good.
That's way ahead of inflation too.
There's a lot of cities in around the country that do not experience any growth and haven't for years. So we're in a growth market. We're in Texas, and
it seems that everybody around here, we're all seeing some growth.
Yes. Oh yeah.
In those numbers.
Oh yeah. No one's down. I mean, you might see slowed growth, but no one is down, and so that's good for us, and we're really happy. We're still trying to attract more retail and work with our smaller businesses in Mission to improve that. So no, there's some really good prospects. And we feel really bullish about the future. Real.
I wanted to play the Mission Impossible theme.
I was hoping.
Well, the thing is, we're doing the online thing, and you start playing this like on Facebook Live or X Live or YouTube Live. Hey, you don't have a license to play that, and they'll knock us off. Seriously, they will pull the plug on us. So I'll sing it. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, that version's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
enough.
that's a good version.
We still got plugged. We got pulled, Freddie. Oh man, it was that good. My singing was that good. All right. Downtown assistance.
Yes.
Let's start there. Some of the programs we got going on.
Yeah. Great to talk about this on, what was it? National Apple Day, right?
Yeah.
National Apple Day. Remember Johnny Appleseed?
Yes.
That guy?
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't true, right?
No, I don't think it was.
He's playing the whole country with apple seeds.
Yeah.
No, downtown. We just awarded funding to 10 small businesses in downtown Mission, and this is our second year that we've done the downtown assistance program. It was a kind of derived from our Ruby Red Ventures program that we've done for a decade, and so this was kind of a spinoff. And of course, downtown assistance. We help with 10 small business, somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 each in downtown, and we had everything from a thrift shop to an engineer's office, photography studio. But two small businesses I really want to mention to you. Maybe we can bring them on one day, like we did with the other gentleman, right?
That'd be nice.
Is this place called JDG Jewelers,
okay,
downtown in Mission, and they sell jewelry there, but a big part of their business is repairing and cleaning jewelry, and they take it from all over the world. Several years ago, they had just a couple of employees, and now they have 15 employees in
Nice.
downtown Mission, and they use all the latest technology to engrave, to fix jewelry. I mean, it's really incredible. I mean, these are highly skilled technicians in downtown Mission working in a little shop.
There's that much demand for jewelry repair.
Oh, yeah.
Adjust what?
Yeah.
The size and
People
maybe
get
losing a
sentimental
stone.
about their jewelry.
Wow.
It could be someone who maybe passed away, or someone that they want to commemorate, or maybe an old piece of jewelry they found that someone had, and they fix it and they send it
15
in.
people on payroll.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, does he own the market now or something? That seems to me pretty big.
Abraham, the owner, is a very conscientious guy, and he really works hard to work. He always says, I can't just work in my business. I have to work on my business.
Yeah.
And
Good
so
for him.
he's working really
Look
hard
forward to meeting him. That'd be
Yes.
nice to get him on a talk show, longer conversation.
And the other small business I wanted to mention, we went to their place and looked at this place called Psychotherapy. Just play on words.
Yeah.
They're a bike shop.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, okay. Somehow the Halloween thing was like, it was going to pop it into my head.
No,
Yeah.
Psychotherapy. The owner's a husband and wife team. Are looking at cycling in a much more holistic way than just repairing bikes. And so they look at how biking helps you in your health. You and I were just talking about health stuff. How it helps you mentally. But they'll flat out fix your bike in downtown Mission.
Yeah.
So good
It's
little group.
Psycho
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 CYCO
therapy.
Therapy in
Has
downtown
that
Mission.
name ever scared any customers away?
I'm afraid it hasn't.
Freddie, no, that doesn't deserve anything. Not even my attention. I was asking for a rim shot. Okay. Teclo Garcia from Mission Economic Development in the studio.
Right.
Now, those are examples of Ruby Red or Downtown
the
Assistance. Okay, that's one program, Downtown Assistance.
Right. The Ruby Red, we just kicked off another program. We have 3 really, really good small business programs. The other one just kicked off applications for Ruby Red. It's citywide, not downtown.
And again, let's press pause for especially folks in Mission, because this is within the contiguous, within the border of the city of Mission. If you have a small business, heads up, the Downtown Assistance Program, and number 2, the Ruby Red program, that we just concluded. Tell folks, how does it work?
The Ruby Red program applications are open this entire month.
Okay.
And it's for any small business citywide that needs assistance. You go onto our website, missionedc.com, find the application, and you apply for assistance up to $15,000 based on the needs that you have. It could be a new door, a new roof, new windows, marketing, a new sign, working capital,
a new fryer, cooler, whatever
all
it
that
is.
kind of stuff. Yeah, Marco's Marco's Burgers and Mission got some new fridges from last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So so it meets a lot of needs, and we've done this for about 10 years now.
You've started a new cycle of applications.
Yes, sir.
When I say
Correct.
we just concluded, that was like 2 months ago when you, right? Boy,
Yeah.
how time
And so-
quickly has passed. So it's a new cycle of, for how long will you keep the application process open?
Till Halloween, right? At the end of the month, and then we'll go through the process of choosing, and then in January we'll make an announcement. We'll go through all the applications. We put a little committee together. We see who's most qualified, and then we'll make the award and announcements in January.
Teclo Garcia. Teclo is the director of our Mission Economic Development Office. He just came back from San Luis Potosi. Now, remind folks how important San Luis Potosi is when it comes to overall trade and manufacturing, and maybe we can make some friends.
Yeah, no, we've been trying to make friends for a while. I guess we look, San Luis Potosi is a city of about 1 million people in central Mexico. It's about a 4-hour shot south of Monterrey, and it's really coming into its own. And it's important on the manufacturing side because they have North America's largest Goodyear plant. They have an amazing BMW plant there. They have a Japanese factory that makes ACs and other related materials that has 6,000 employees now, and they're about to double the amount of, they have 4,000 employees, about to double the amount. They also have a huge General Motors factory there. They have a Cummins diesel factory there as well. So all this lends to their trade prowess, right? And how we're trying to direct that traffic this way to the valley for investment, but primarily for traffic and logistics to cross our bridges, not just Missions, but FARs and McAllen's bridges, right? San Luis Potosi people are very familiar with the McAllen and Mission area. And South Padre Island. That's their favorite things to do is to come to Mission and McAllen to shop and so forth. And so we've made a lot of connections. We've made a lot of networking. And around the Ansel Duas Bridge, the Killam development folks own the 3,000 acres around there, largely undeveloped right now. And so San Luis Potosi and others in Monterrey and Saltillo are really keen on trying to develop there. So we continue to market Mission and McAllen and the Rio Grande Valley to that area. I was on a panel at the conference along with some other folks, including the gentleman that heads up CPKC, which is Canadian Pacific Kansas City Railway. It's the largest railway in Mexico. It's the largest rail company in the entire world after their consolidation. And so being around those folks and understanding the market and understanding what's going on, it's just priceless.
In essence, looking for commitments to use the valley as a crossing point for all the manufacturing there. Have you seen any evidence of commitments, recommitments, like move away from, let's say, Laredo, which is like clogged sometimes? Come over to the valley.
Clogged.
It is awful sometimes. The wait time is awful over there for commercial trucks.
Yeah, remember that book, The Streets of Laredo?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
No, Laredo's North America's busiest port. It does $80 billion more in business than the Port of Houston. There's 10,000 to 20,000 trucks that cross every day. Hey, we can take a slice of that, right?
Yeah, we sure can.
And right now, central Mexico and places like San Luis and Querétaro and Guadalajara, their primary crossing point is Laredo. And so we're trying to make inroads to make sure that people understand that Ansel Duas is going to go to cargo in the spring. FAR is here. Donna and Progresso are here.
On the way.
And these are the closest ways to get to Houston, especially with the completion or close to completion of I-69 to Houston. That's a huge market, and that's what we're trying to get folks to understand. The mayor has declared the Ansel Duas Bridge as the San Luis Potosi Bridge, and he continues to plug this in San Luis and
our mayor.
Pardon me. The San Luis Potosi governor, the state governor keeps.
Okay, well, that's good. That's a nice start.
Yeah, no, it's
we just
good.
need to get it open. So what's the update on opening up on San
As
Luis?
far as
Full
what
throttle.
the latest the feds have told me is it's going to be in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
the spring.
Hey, you got two federal governments involved.
Yeah. No, and one that is partly shut down right now. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Yeah. So that's on our side, though. Is the delay would say on our side? Are the Mexicans done on their end, or do they also need?
I'm not
customs
sure, but my understanding is Mexico is about as done as we are. What we're waiting for is equipment, the non-invasive X-ray machines for trucks, and that's what we're waiting on. That takes a while.
The other day, I sent you a quick write-up. You and other friends in economic development. El Paso won this this data center, and when I think El Paso, I don't think water, but then you were explaining, they do have like some.
They have huge underground aquifers around.
Cleaning up the water
El
and
Paso.
cooling things off,
Right.
and they got probably better power sources over there, so which we desperately need.
And they get the first dibs really on the river when it comes into Texas, right? I mean, they're right there, and look, they remember when they had the H2Q contest, right? For the who was it that was wanting to build a second headquarters? Was it Amazon, right? El Paso applied, and they got their name out there, and they started, on this roll, and they've been pretty successful at getting it. But there's other things in play. Remember I was telling you?
You think we can land something like that? Data center, chip manufacturer, something like that, anywhere in the valley? Closer to the coast?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
We can. The conditions have to be right, and there has to be a coalescing of our different entities to bring that together. That's one thing El Paso enjoys, right? They've got about the same population as the valley, but they have one economic development group for the whole region, including Las Cruces and Juarez, right? All the groups together, they have one economic development.
Yeah. Because right now, Joaquin Spalmer is trying to lead the charge on the private sector side and getting EDC to come along with it, and the counties to come up with this. us to sell.
That's a good effort.
Yeah,
that's what we need, more of that. Joint efforts.
There's some pending projects on the horizon for here in the area and the port.
You know of any?
Looking forward. Well, none that we could say on air right now. Otherwise, they'll come and kill me. Like literally come and kill me. Say, you ruined the project. They stopped calling us. Right. Yeah. Anything else before I let you go?
No, we're good.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, you got a new website. Don't forget that.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, same address, but revamped website. Lots of things to items and data in there, especially data that our team put together. So I want to give them all the credit. Belen Guerrero and Candice Rodriguez and Brianna Cáceres and the group, they put together a great website.
Yeah, you didn't forget anybody, because otherwise te la van a cobrar.
No,
you forgot to mention me. You mentioned Belen, but you didn't mention me. Right?
I know, right?
Thank you, Teclo. Teclo Garcia is the director for Mission Economic Development. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Check us sports up next.
This is your home for Houston Texans football. News Talk 710 KURV, a Radio United digital media and broadcast station. Go Texans!
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Monday night doubleheader, Jahmyr Gibbs with a career-high 218 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. Lions silence Baker Mayfield in the Bucs 24-9. Bucs wide receiver Mike Evans suffered a broken collarbone, will be out close to the end of the season. Despite 4 turnovers, Seahawks took down the Texans 27-19, improved to 5-2. In baseball, George Springer smacked a go-ahead 3-run homer in the 7th to help the Blue Jays knock out the Mariners in Game 7 of the ALCS to advance to the World Series for the first time since 1993. Blue Jays will face the Dodgers in the Fall Classic beginning Friday night in Toronto. That's sports. I'm Rhonda Moss.
AccuWeather says record heat for the day. Man, we're looking at like upper 90s, maybe even triple digits in some places at the moment. Temperatures mostly mid-70s across South Texas. Border Bridge wait times as posted on KURV.com. Let's see here. McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh area, 30 to 45 minutes. Not bad for the bridges. And for Brownsville, hour 10 minutes at B&M and 45 minutes to an hour at Gateway and Veterans. Business news. Check of your money. That's next on 710 KURV.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Remember this website, chamberlainltd.com. If you have several commercial buildings in the area and you have no idea the condition of the commercial roofing system, don't wait another day. Get it checked today by Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Get it checked free. It's part of the handshake and the start of conversations with one of the top commercial roofers in the entire nation. Is in the Valley. 125 plus years of experience with all the new services that we haven't seen from many providers in South Texas for the longest time, from waterproofing and caulking, the different materials for roofing, sheet metal. It's Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing with a century plus, 125 years plus of experience in cutting-edge technology. It starts with a phone call or a text message. I'm going to give you a cell number in just a little bit so that way you can text these folks at Chamberlain and say, hey, Serge was talking about you again. I've got 3 commercial buildings. Come check the material, see if there's any weak spots there. They'll do that. That's the way you start the relationship for free. Expert report from Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. If you're about to build something, yeah, you definitely need the expertise of Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, cutting-edge roof installation and repair technology, advanced waterproofing solutions. Make the call now. Text now. 956-655-6178.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Netflix's $120 billion stock market rally this year faces a crucial test today, proving that its costly investments into advertising and video gaming can support the growth that made the streaming pioneer a Wall Street darling. A strong content slate, including K-pop Demon Hunters, Netflix's most successful movie ever, and the second season of Wednesday are expected to power the company's fastest revenue increase in more than 4 years. Counterpoint Research says Apple's shares rallied 4% after the iPhone 17 series outsold the iPhone 16 series in China and the U.S. within the first 10 days of availability. The company launched the iPhone 17 series back in September. The Senate has failed for the 11th time to advance a House-passed measure to fund the government and end the ongoing shutdown, which has been taking place since October 1st. Futures are mixed amid a big earnings week. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 515. That's Your Money Now.
The morning news on Newstalk 710 KURV. And after 15 years of development, there will be a new fruit relocating their grocery stores.
The Dole Company has created a new fruit. It's called the Dole Colada Royale Pineapple. It was developed in Honduras, and the company says it tastes like a pina colada with hints of coconut. The research team says the fruit has a smaller core and packs 2.5 times the B6 than a regular pineapple. And if you want to try it, experts say the fruit is picked ripe, so no need to thump, squeeze, or pull top leaves. The new pineapple expected to sell for under $6. I'm Bree Tennis.
Yeah. And gas prices below $3, the national average, according to Gas Buddy. Yes, it's been below $3 for us for the longest time. After all, it's Texas. But even with California skewing the numbers way up there in the West Coast as well, average price, according to Gas Buddy, is now $2.98. Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says, man, we're looking at likely triple digits for some areas. Highs will be 97, 98. That is record heat for South Texas right now. Temperatures mid-70s. We got Fox News coming up in about 3 minutes. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Also broadcasting at the free app that is called Radio Para Mí. Download it. You're selling a home. You can't always wait around to see everything done. You're busy, maybe for family issues or career. You got to go. You got to go. You got to sell fast. Worst of all, you got to sell fast. Got to liquidate, right? Got to get all the cash in the bank account. You need to call the experts, the Ryan and Brian real estate team, the only team I'm calling to sell my home, to help me buy a home. When you got to go, you need to sell that house fast. Make sure to call the Ryan and Brian real estate team. Pete is one of the realtors from the Ryan and Brian team. Worked with a couple in San Juan to sell their home. They needed to relocate like quick. So the Ryan and Brian team fired up their aggressive and successful marketing system, reaching thousands of potential home buyers every day, seeing your home, listening to your home, seeing all these postings and visits, and the phone calls start coming in. That phone starts ringing. They routinely, at the Ryan and Brian team, they routinely sell all these homes fast and for the most money possible. And for that home in San Juan, it sold quick for more than the asking price. That could be you. Here's the number to the Ryan and Brian real estate team, 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Tune in to the 956 Drive Home every Thursday afternoon starting at 5:07 for Dr. Rachel Gelman's Vision, a closer look at the health of your eyesight with board-certified and fellowship-trained ophthalmic surgeon Dr. Rachel Gelman on News Talk 710 KURV.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once, which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project, come see the fine folks at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that. And more if you're worried about things like low testosterone. Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power in a new C300 sedan. Get yours with just 1.99% APR for 24 months at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen, a new triumph of luxury, now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Dale gas.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
News Talk Authority of South Texas. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. It is October 21st, 2025. Show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. I'm Sergio Sanchez. You and family driving around town taking care of business. We start the day mid-70s. And for today, record heat should be well in the upper 90s, maybe even triple digits for the valley. News on 710 KURV is a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Day 21 of the government shutdown. President Trump will have lunch with Republican senators, including Wyoming's John Barrasso, who joined Fox and Friends.
I expect the president to say, stand strong. What we're seeing here are the Democrats practicing the politics of pain.
Vice President J.D. Vance in Israel to help keep the fragile Gaza ceasefire from falling apart. The Louvre in Paris remains closed.
Priceless amount of French crown jewels and jewelry, tiaras, bracelets, diamonds, pearls, gold, silver, now in the hands of thieves. French President Macron has stated this is an attack on French history and the culprits would be found. Others say it's a sign of lack of security and a sorry state of this country.
That's Fox's Greg Palcott outside the museum. America's listening to Fox News.
As the government shutdown continues in D.C., you have some Republicans starting to consider what is called the nuclear option in the Senate to try to end the government shutdown.
Texas Republican Congressman Chip Roy frustrated that a small number of Democrats are able to block a vote on government funding.
This is the dying breaths of a bankrupt party, in my humble opinion.
So he wants to end the current rules, which require a 60-vote majority to pass what is called a continuing resolution. He says we have a 50-vote threshold for the budget, so why not a 50-vote threshold to fund the government?
That's reporter Michael Board. Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz of Texas, they would very much like to see one of the space shuttles, the Space Shuttle Discovery, move from Washington, D.C. to Houston. But that would be, some say, that would be very difficult and, of course, expensive.
Dan Vergano, senior editor at Scientific American, says the shuttle is surprisingly fragile for something that's been shot off into space 39 times and come back down through the atmosphere. The exterior is lined with thousands of very fragile tiles.
Pressure from your fingertips could break one of them. They're mostly air. They're designed to take really high temperatures, and it's sort of like a bed of nails effect when they're all together blasting through the atmosphere and the temperature going on, and they're cool. But just like bumping one with a broomstick as you sweep under the shuttle could break one.
He says the shuttle would have to be taken apart to be moved by barge. $85 million has been appropriated to move it. Vergano says how much it would truly cost depends on who you talk to. He says Senator Cornyn has suggested would be $8 million. NASA and the Smithsonian put it between $120 and $150 million. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
My goodness. Oh, we can afford that, right, Freddie? We got a government surplus right now, right? Right. Wow, that's a big price tag. And they already allocated the money for it, by the way. Híjole. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online. Radio Para Mi. Download the free app. Out there, someone. I know you're listening, Lily. Love you, Lily. Lily Majors. Her daughter, Jolynn. And then we got the team, Beto, Art, everybody else at Major Health Foods, 44 plus years. People who know how to keep you healthy with 44 plus years, looking at the best brands, the ones that function the best, the ones that have the best reputations, men and women health supplements. What God made to keep us healthy. Their passion at Major Health Foods is to keep you healthy. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, try to keep the weight down, maybe do a little bit more exercise, stay more active, eat a little better. Complement that with what God made to keep you healthy. For pain relief, the ingredients, that natural ingredients are there at Major Health Foods. For joint health at Major Health Foods, you'll find the top brands and the ingredients so you can take. Better sleep, and cleansing products as well. And clean out, go on a diet for a couple of days and get on a juice diet, because good juices with the ingredients that God made, things like kale, spinach, pineapple, carrot, beets, celery, cucumber, all mixed in, pressed juices every day, and wonderful, healthy lunch options as well. 44 plus years of experience. Trust Major Health Foods, because their passion is to keep you healthy. Major Health Foods, South 10th and Jackson Avenue in McAllen.
power, performance, and savings. The Coyote year-end clearance event is on now at Rivetta's Machinery in Donham. For more than 50 years and 3 generations, the Rivetta families proudly served the Rio Grande Valley, and today they continue that tradition with Coyote, a name trusted for power, reliability, and value. Right now, they're clearing out Coyote tractors, zero turns, utility vehicles, and compact construction equipment, all at incredible year-end savings. From the small but mighty 21 horsepower models all the way up to the brand new 140 horsepower Coyote HX 1402, they have the right machine for every job and every budget. And with financing as low as 0% interest and zero down payment with approved credit, there's never been a better time to join the Rivetta's family. Go see why generations of hardworking Texans choose Rivetta's for tractors, equipment, and service that go the distance. Visit them on Expressway 83 in Donna between Hutto and Valverde Roads. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
It's time to get on over to Glick Twins for this year's hunting adventure. And you're gonna want Browning. Browning X-Bolt rifles have always been the ticket to bagging your best trophy. The slick X-Bolt action cycles fast, and the rifle is easy to handle. And at Glick Twins, we carry the Browning Satori shotguns, which means optimized shot pattern.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV.